Did you switch my seat?
Nah.
That's the broken line.
Come here.
You sure?
I ain't gonna miss it. I gotta be at work. I ain't gonna miss it.
I didn't get it, man.
Went down now? Or
I ain't gotta work. I'm here.
Right
down here.
what's your chair look like?
Me and my bike. Hey,
This one came from there earlier.
Alright.
they go trailblazer.
Are all of the chairs that I'm sitting at?
Got stopped?
Welcome. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We're focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is cutting-edge alternative to what currently is offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone that has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Meeting time starts at 6:30. Thank you for being on time, everybody. Turn off your cell phones. Refrain from making posts to social media during the meeting. Please, only one person speak at a time. We will gladly sign your attendance slips and get that done after the discussion, if you have at least 3 forms of ID. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and point of view how substance abuse has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages. Welcome to diversity. So please refrain from using excessive foul language and language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please welcome them into the program. Your confidentiality is important to us. However, please be mindful this is a live stream meeting and is open to Racing for Recovery members around the globe. Please refrain from getting up and leaving during the meeting process. Please throw away your trash in a proper receptacles. If you're smoking, you should probably stop, but don't smoke around here. Stay off the property. All right. Who do we have for the guidelines?
That would be Joe.
Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines. 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives and substance abuse such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, arts, or music to these resources will help you stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding the negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle and challenges to triumph over. 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Joe, thanks.
Go ahead and start with introductions. Your name, why you're here, and since it's that time of year, your favorite football team and why. Who do we want to start with? Maggie,
I'll start. Hi, I'm Maggie. What was the question?
who is your favorite football team, NFL?
I don't-
And why?
I don't.
Why?
I'm a female.
Why are you here?
Don't care.
I'm here because I get the opportunity to be here, build connections with my peers, give and get support. I really don't have a football. I don't know. Go sports. I'm reading your lips, but if I had I don't know, is the Dolphins? Is that
Okay,
it?
that's cool, that's cool. All right.
Or the Gators.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
Because they're colors.
Not Florida. But yeah.
I'm Brian. I'm here for support. My favorite football team, obviously, the Steelers.
You got the memo ahead of time?
Got it. Why they're my favorite football team? My dad growing up watching them in the '70s really started liking them, so he kind of turned our whole family onto them.
Well, I'm Joe. I'm here because I need to be, and this is my second family. And I have two favorite Pittsburgh Steelers. I grew up watching them with my dad. Same with the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Grew up watching it with my dad and my grandpa. My grandpa was a big fan too.
Joe.
Go Bucks.
But wait.
I'm Ryan. I'm here because I need to be, and as well, this is home. To be with my peers, to give in and receive support. Football, I shy away from the Steelers, but I always have to go for like locals wherever I live. So the closest football team to us is Detroit. So I got a heart for the Lions, and that's why. That's all I got to say about that.
We'll allow it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Hi, my name is Jason. I'm here to support Jason, JJ, yeah, and the rest of my peers. And I haven't been able to come here because I've been working. But first chance I get, I'm coming, and I'm here. And favorite team is the Buckeyes. Go Bucks. Favorite team is the Redskins, and anybody who against the dang on Cowboys. Anybody, any team against the Cowboys. And I like to say I enjoy coming here. I even called in from work one time and Tim said he told the group, and this is my home. I feel home here, and it's only an hour. But I can't give it an hour, man. You know, that's nothing to me. I give an hour to sleep. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad the group is here.
Hey, my name is Dennis. I'm here to support my peers. My favorite team is the San Francisco 49ers.
Browns.
Oh, yeah.
Not the Browns.
I changed up what y'all expecting? You know? I know. Yeah, the 49ers. Yeah, 49ers.
Thanks, Dennis.
You're welcome.
What's up? I am Blazer. I am here tonight mostly out of respect. Gotten a lot of help from people in this room and the agency itself, so mostly out of respect. My favorite football team, NFL, is the Browns, and I get to keep my expectations pretty low, so when something cool happens, it's pretty cool. So that's yeah.
Loyalty.
Yeah. I mean, I don't go around wearing it every day. Since you asked.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
My name's Kote. I'm home. This is where I need to be. I like seeing all your happy little faces. Obviously,
Man.
Bush.
Thank you. Sorry about that, bro.
Obviously, it's the Buckeyes. Can't go wrong with Scarlet and Gray, the majesty, the decades of dominance. We don't have to rebuild. We just reload every year, baby. The top recruiting, the top everything.
Keep singing.
I said we'll lose some games. Just love growing up. And actually, my friend that got me watching football was actually a Wolverine. So I ended up having to watch them a lot too. But at least it's Big Ten, right? So in college, I don't think any of them are good enough to follow. If I had to lean one way or the other, I'd probably say the Bears. Because my good buddy up there. We watched a couple of Bears games. Thanks, Coach. You're welcome.
My name is Micah. I'm here to support my peers and because I need to be here. I want to be here. And my favorite college team is Wolverines, Go Blue. And then we have my grandson, they're Steelers fans. I don't really have a pro team, but he is now a Lions fan. So I'm going to support him and be a Detroit Lions fan for my grandson. That's it.
My name is Jeremy. I'm here for the support, I guess. My favorite football team is Kansas City. Why? Because I believe they're still the best team in the league. And it's a matter of past.
Anybody else on the back wall?
Hi, I'm Danielle, and I'm here to support my family and receive support. And my favorite football team, I don't watch it too often, but I did grow up in Massachusetts, so I'm loyal to the Patriots. Like you said, I have a lot of good memories with my dad watching the games. But I also do like the Buccaneers. I lived in Florida for a while, and they moved Tom Brady and Gronk over to there. And I don't know if they're still on there because I haven't watched in a while. But yeah, I'll go to the opposing team. If I was to watch the game with somebody, I'm going to go to the opposite team just so I can be like, yeah, whatever they don't like, I like. Yeah.
I'm Jason. I'm here because this place has gave me a lot of opportunities. I don't know how this question became a question, but I feel like I'm getting picked on. I'm obviously a Bears fan, and I'm a Michigan fan. I'm a Bears fan because one of my cousins said we were real close when we were kids, like that he was a Bears fan. So that was a lot of that. In Michigan, I grew up in Ohio, and I really hate Toledo. I was just like, ugh, hate this place. So I like Michigan. I don't know. And here we go with this.
All right, I'm JJ. I'm here tonight because there's no place else I'd rather be tonight. Here, place that's gave me so much to look forward to, and everything in my life that opened a life up for me. It's just amazing. I wouldn't mentally be where I am today, and I wouldn't be going where I'm going without this place. Although they keep telling you did the work, I wouldn't have been able to do this work without this place. Well, I got two football teams. Although I've been sport free since about 1998 and don't like watching sports, don't like football, I'm gonna have to go with my favorite teams is NFL would have to be Green Bay. Why? Because I hate the Bears.
Yeah. Go Pack.
And the other team that I know absolutely nothing about would be that red team here in Ohio. Is it, Buckeyes?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That'd be the other team.
Yeah, no.
Do I have a good explanation for any of that? Absolutely not. I know I'm kind of afraid to go to sleep tonight.
Way to go.
Gotta have fun there.
So, looks like let's go ahead and have somebody read the answer because I don't know where to go from here.
That would be Cote.
Yeah, The Answer by Double D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug use. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust, and so it begins, racing for recovery.
Thank you. Before I forget, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our tech team out there. We wouldn't be able to be here tonight doing what we're doing without them. I've been thinking about a topic, but first let's see if anybody has anything they want to get off their chest tonight. Anything at all. Go ahead.
I got something to get on my chest. We had said it's a men's group. What does it look like when I leave here? How do I want to be when I leave here? That was a question I had. I was just pondering, you know. How can I keep myself? No, take that back. How do I know I'm ready to leave here?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, that kind of goes along with what we're talking about. Obviously, I can't answer that for you. Nobody.
No, I'm talking about it, you know,
Yeah,
in general.
no.
How do you know? Is it a
Right.
feeling, or do you feel confident?
Honestly, I could never.
There's no
answer that.
time limit to that.
Right.
No time
because I could never answer that because I'm not even there yet.
I know that, but
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's something I wonder too. But
Right.
The topic I kind of came up with tonight. The title's kind of weird, but those two up there really like the title. Put it, Life Under Construction. Building or rebuilding your life after you've hit that place in life that you're rock bottom or whatever it may be. For me, I didn't need to rebuild my life. And the reason is I didn't have a life. My life was all based on what other people wanted me to do, wanted me to be. I did that out of many types of fear, rejection and many other things. So when I got here, I had, not just here, but when I got into Legends, I had this idea of, they asked me what I wanted to do, where I wanted to see myself, what I want to do. And I was like, I just want to rebuild my life and get back to what I used to do. And the farther I got into treatment, I realized that was never me. I was making other people happy. I was being somebody that I had no desire to be. So my focus had to completely change off rebuilding and building, completely forgetting about where I was, forget about that old foundation and start from the bottom up. And some people, of course, they had a good foundation in their lives, so they're able to use that same foundation and just rebuild what they had, And it goes into, what do you want to fill that with, a foundation, what do you want to use for your building materials, you want to use the best of everything to build that up again, so we can have the lives that we deserve, the lives we want. Kind of a interesting topic, but it just open up to questions, answers, or anything.
Dennis.
Me? You was looking around.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna put me up. Talk about my responsibility and challenges. I got to charge myself responsibility. I lost that during my addiction time. I'm ready to take on the challenge of being a better parent. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That's why I came to this recovery, to get more structure done under my belt and take on different challenges going to face me when I do leave from here. So I expect that challenges come up. But if I'm responsible, I got to be responsible enough to just say no. I don't want to come back, take time with my kids again. It sucks. And they definitely say, you're right, it sucks. Not being there and not holding them, it definitely sucks. So for me, it's challenges and responsibility for me.
you, Dennis.
Next we have Maggie.
All right. So I used to think that I had a really great foundation, like that I wanted everything that I had before this time. But like taking like evaluating it and looking at it, obviously it wasn't not say like good enough, but it wasn't. I lost it all. I wasn't healing. So I like the idea of building a new life, finding the real me, and because I don't want what I had because I was miserable. I don't want to rebuild something off of like a fake or thinking like I could do without X, Y, or Z or doing something like I think like they say like I want everything I had before or I want to get everything back. Like I don't want any of that stuff back. It wasn't healthy for me. I was miserable. I want something new, something I want to change. I want to grow and I want to build a whole new me that is strong and healing and constantly evolving instead of staying stuck. So I really like this topic.
Really like that answer. It's
Yeah.
a lot of what I was thinking too. My life really sucked, but at the same time, there's a lot of things in my life that weren't bad that my foundation was built on, but they weren't mine. At the same time, even though they were good, they weren't mine. So that's one reason I wanted to just completely start over and just whatever's there, just leave it there and go over to the next lot and pour my new foundation and build up from there. So
Yeah, even like with family relationships, not that I cut a bunch of people off, but I have to completely step away for a long time until I'm okay and going at it in a different way than I had before. Like with my mom, we were constantly arguing and until I was able to accept that I needed to get better and that I needed to work on myself in so many different ways that I wasn't willing at first. The relationships that I have now are like with my family are so healthy. It kind of scares me a little bit sometimes. Like, I heard this the other day. I can't remember. I think it was from a staff member. It was that we are like scared to have like the normal baseline of like a relationship, whether because either we're all in or we're completely closed off, and like so like the normal line you'd say is scary. Like, oh my gosh, they're nice. It's like that's normal. Like it's so crazy to think like that. So it's just it is different. Like having somebody healthy and happy and healing as well, it makes a whole different like environment and like safety that I've never experienced before.
I didn't know it existed. It's amazing. I love
Yeah.
it. Well, thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Next we have Cote.
Well, I was gonna say it's pretty much along the lines of what JJ and Maggie said. It's a lot about, for me, it was a lot about finding myself, and not using drugs and alcohol to chase that feeling of comfort or safety or identity. It's a lot of figuring that out, and I'm still figuring it out. And I think that's part of the new way I look at life. It's always going to be ever changing. I think you don't ever stop changing and growing, even if it's a little bit. So I'm finding those new things about myself and pursuing new things. And like right now I'm trying to pursue a new career, and I just having the just having the wherewithal to do that and chasing the curiosity and chasing the fun and the pursuit of it. And for me, it's just trying to pursue a purposeful life, and for that's for me is probably serving the Lord. So one way or another, I mean, it might be driving a truck, but I'm gonna try to do it to the best that He might like it me to do it. You know, whether where I work or how I do it or however. But and to kind of go into J Dub's question too, it's like, and I can only answer this for myself. Just like they said, I'm not you. I don't know what you've been through, what your experiences are, but I've been gone probably 2 or 3 months now, roughly, give or take. So for me, it was just a lot of praying and, you know, revisiting journals or keeping up with journaling and just assessing with my counselors and my therapist and everybody, and just kind of just seeing what I wanted and where I think I was going, and if I felt like I was ready and felt like if I had my toolbox full enough to tackle these things. And I felt like I was at that point, you know, I got healthy enough in my mindset that I could chase some of these dreams that I didn't know I had. So I figured I'd go do it, you know, and that's why I keep coming back. You know, I don't want to lose that support. I don't want to get that disconnect to ever even tread in those waters. So, and we get there, or at least I do. Sometimes you have cravings and stuff, but thankfully it's been a while since I've had those. But you play the tape forward, you use your tools, your breathing exercises, your grounding, you calling a friend, someone in your support. It all works. So it's a lot about just a lot of reevaluating constantly. You know, where you're at, where you want to go, what you've done, and you know, talking with the people here that we trust. That they won't steer you wrong. They think you need some more, they'll tell you, hey buddy, I hope we got some evidence here that you might want to stick around for a little bit longer. So, and you know, it worked for me so far. You know, who knows next week? But I know for today, tomorrow, I'll probably be all right. You know, one foot in front of the other. So hopefully that helps you a little bit.
Was there still some fear leaving here?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fear. You know, was I gonna maybe make the relationships work with my mom while I was moving back in with her, and it seems that she was a lot of my source of my trauma, and kind of like Maggie, like we have a really great relationship now. I put in healthy boundaries, and she respects those now. So we're all better for the better. You know, it's good.
That's good. You didn't run from it.
Yep.
No, you faced it. That's cool.
Yeah, because before I'd just go hide in a bottle or, you know,
right.
whatever I wanted to distract myself with, you know, it was always that type of thing, you know. It's not actually work for it. It's not actually go for it. It's like hide, cower. Yeah.
Next we have Ryan.
Which one?
Brian.
Sorry.
No, me. Oh.
Is that okay? I didn't see you afterwards.
That's okay.
I apologize.
So it is, okay.
Yes, it is.
So, the original question was, how are we rebuilding, or is that what it
Either
was?
rebuilding your life or, you know, starting all over again from the beginning.
Yeah, okay, so for me, it's taken me a few tries. I've left too early before, when I thought I was ready. And it was good at first, you know, for like the first almost year. And then it caught me off guard. And it took a second to completely understand, but I realized I wasn't ready. And I didn't let it set me back though. For me, it was more about making some really big decisions in whether I want to move in life, because it's like I know I'm good at things. I know I'm a good person, and I was really good at getting fucked up. You know what I mean? So I had to take that energy and start putting it in a different direction. Something that I could like get on and just ride it. And a lot of that was rebuilding. Yes, I have children. I had relationships, you know, coming into here. I lost a lot of relationships. There's still relationships that I don't have anymore. But the most important ones that I do have are my kids, and that's all I really need. I have brothers, you know what I mean, that live in town, you know, just a few blocks down, but we don't talk. And I'm okay with that. The important thing is rebuilding me, not them. They can forgive me later, or I can forgive them later, however we want to work that out. But I had to focus on myself first and start building from there. All the outside influences, like you were saying, JJ, like they controlled me for a long time, and I let them do that. And as soon as I started understanding that I have control, I have power over my own self, and I don't have to subdue or whatever to anything else but myself, as long as I'm doing the right thing and making the right choices, I can go somewhere. You know, as long as I'm happy. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It can just make, I want my peace in life, and I just want happiness, that joy. And it's, after a lot of work on myself, I started realizing how simple, like, pleasures were. I don't have to go chase a big dream. I don't have to go try to be something I'm not. I can find who I really am and get on that. You know what I mean? Like being authentic with myself first and foremost. Because if I'm lying to myself, what am I doing for everybody else? So it's really being comfortable with myself, knowing what I can and cannot do, and just like I said, man, finding something that I enjoy in life. You know what I mean? He's going to do his thing, transportation stuff. You know what? That might be the best thing in the world for him. But if that makes him happy, you know what? I support that 100%. So it boils down to me simplifying things and making the most out of what I have. And that includes building too. Like I had to be consistent. I can't just sit here and say the same thing over and over and over, just be, you know, stuck in a spot. I have to put little pieces on top of whatever I'm building daily, even if it's just reminding myself something. That prevents me from being stagnant. And just knowing that, you know what I mean, being real with myself. Cody mentioned the, like, going back to his notes or journaling. You know what I mean? Like I'll look at mine occasionally, and it's always a reminder. You know what I mean, to what I was learning, what I was going through, and to see those, it reminds me of where I was, where I'm not going back to, and it gives me that gas to keep going forward. So first and foremost for me, it's about being 100% real with myself, not bullshitting myself, and a lot of action, standing by my action, not just words, you know what I mean, my actual momentum that keeps me going. And it didn't happen overnight at all. I had to be patient. Took me, I mean, I'm not even close to where I want to be at, but I'm starting, and that's the best part for me. You know, it's like that. I've been in treatment this time for almost 3 years. Like that, I've been around this community. You know what I mean, and it's feeling good now to where I can move in a direction, and knowing at this age that it's only the beginning. That is what gives me more life. You know what I mean? Like that I have so much more to give, so much more to live for. And and I'm just gonna continue building. So it's a good feeling though. It's not a stressful feeling. It's not a overwhelming. I mean, it can get overwhelming, like everyday life can be, but it's not. I don't let that last. It's a lot, man. It's empowering when you know you got control over your mind, your thoughts, your health, everything. So I started to understand it and fully grasp it. That was a game changer. So, but yeah, it's always building, but not rushing it for myself. Just being comfortable and to keep going. So that's all.
I think that big part is not rushing it.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of things hold me back from rushing it, which made me mad in the beginning, but I'm really glad things got in my way and I couldn't rush this process. And I had enough people here that, kind of made me believe that I shouldn't rush it, even though I disagreed with them. I'm glad I listened. Yeah, it's.
You have to understand, like when you're here, like you're yes, we are surrounded by peers, but you're here for you. It doesn't matter how fast somebody else gets it or how fast they're moving. It all boils back down to self, and just being real with yourself and doing what you need to do to get better. That's the most important thing.
It definitely becomes overwhelming, but I don't find it stressful. And the other thing is, if I didn't come to this place, I wouldn't smell the way I do right now. So thank you. I don't think a lot of us would smell this good.
Next we have Brian. I'm sorry about that. I'm new at this.
Our names are so close. Man, that was a great share. A lot of good stuff's been said. Ryan, I really look up to you, man. You've changed a lot. You've changed a lot in the few years I've known you. I kind of agree with a lot of things he said. It's taken me a lot of tries. I couldn't even tell you how many times I've been in and out of detox and rehabs. Since I stepped foot in Race for Recovery in September of 2022, my life has drastically changed. And I know I left for 2.5 years, but I feel like as soon as I walked back in the doors, I picked right back up where I left off when I was here. And kind of like you guys were saying, I think I definitely rushed leaving out. I wanted to chase a better life, stuff that I thought was going to make me happy, a job, money, girl. And I found out I was miserable. I think you said it. I was just absolutely fucking miserable. Excuse my language. I was making a lot of money, but I wasn't happy deep down inside. And it caused me to come back in here. I'm glad I came back in here and caught it. It was scary out there when I left here. I didn't put all my ducks in a row, and I kind of rushed out of here. So kind of going along with J-Dub's question, man, just when you are ready, when you think you're ready, just have a plan, man, and have a backup plan behind that plan. Build support. That was a big thing when I left here. I didn't have no support. I mean, I had support, but I didn't use my support, I should say. I disconnected from here. I left my church family. Just have a plan and to get you some people outside of here. That's big for me. Just having people you can talk to every day and call every day, and just positive people in your life, man. You can do it. You'll know when it's time.
Like for me, and one of the biggest things I need that connection in my life. And I know, I can always have it here too, but I'm gonna need it once I'm not here anymore. And you gotta be active on doing that stuff, and that's why I've been, getting involved and started.
It changes a lot. The world changes a lot once you leave. I mean, we don't feel like it now, but we're in a bubble.
Yeah.
Once you burst that bubble and get outside of here, that's when the real work starts. For me, anyways. So just having that solid footing.
Yeah, you really got to be active, I think, on building those connections. getting out there, and that's the reason I started going with you guys. That was a great, thing for me to do.
I love that group on Mondays.
Yeah, just getting to know people.
Yep.
Just great, Yeah, thank you.
Next, we have a gentleman on the back wall.
The question was how we go about rebuilding our life or building our life, right? I know for me, I'm still here in active treatment, so I'm nowhere near doing anything. But for me, I stopped. I stopped fighting my life. I stopped trying to rebuild. Like, I remember I was on the outside before I came here, and it was like grasping at sand in my hands. It was like trying to keep together something that's already fallen apart. It just I stopped. I've been here a little over a year now, I think, something like that, and I just started the actual rebuilding process, getting a job, saving some money, making plans for the future. The first year I was here, I fought it every step of the way, don't get me wrong. I mean, it was miserable on certain days, but I came out to Toledo for a reason. I knew if I was back in Cleveland, I wasn't going to be, none of this, come on now. That was my thing. So, I have nowhere to go. I have no transportation to get there with any sort of ease. So even if I wanted to just go, it wasn't easy. Because I had to break and stop and let life just settle and finish falling apart or whatever, and then assess what had happened and then go from there. That was not easy. I think the only thing that Racing for Recovery didn't have for me was physical restraints, and that's illegal. But yeah, it wasn't. So I'm glad that I've been here for as long as I have. We were talking about how long you've been here, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If only one thing came out of this whole year that I'm so thankful that Racing for Recovery gave me, it's time. It's just time to sit still and take a breath. And you were saying, whether we know it or not, we're in a bubble. This is a semi-closed environment, so it helps. As far as being ready to go, I remember I heard someone say, if you have a little bit of fear when you're leaving, that's a good thing. If you think that you just got it, then that's when you're going to come back. I don't know if that doesn't answer anything, but that'll pass.
Really like the way you put that in the beginning, but you're always good with your words.
What?
Grasping at sand.
Oh yeah, like trying to hold.
That's exactly how I felt once I got into treatment. Trying to think, how am I going to put this life back together? How am I going to rebuild it? Exactly how I felt. Realized it's not going to come back together. So that was awesome. Thank you.
I can. Go first.
Yeah, I'll second the whole Flores thing. Like, I remember when first time I met you, you're sitting out there waiting on a one-on-one. I didn't even know who you were. You had been here obviously longer than me, but you took time out of your to ask me how I was doing, how I like to hear. So I've looked up to you since I've been here. It's pretty much been said. Like, when I got here, he mentioned it, being honest with myself. And when I got here, I was beat. I was just whooped. I'd had enough of it. I came in here and this topic kind of came from something that I seen a lesson at a different program of Celebrate Recovery go to on Monday, and the lady had 2 water bottles, and it was, I'll leave the whole religion part of it out because I know that's not everybody's thing. But anyway, she took the bottles, and the one was empty and the one was full. And she squeezed it, and the top popped off the empty one. Like, I could see that. That was me. Like, everything was gone. She smashed the bottle, and then she started blowing into the bottle, and she asked, like, what are you putting into that bottle to become full again? You know, she took the label off. She did a lot of things, but it spoke to me. And I thought about that. I've been thinking about that. And I think he said it. I had to give up all of the sense of who I was in the streets, my core values. Like I adapted all them things to whoever I was around at the moment, or whatever people I hung around with in the moments. When I got here, I didn't realize, I didn't know nothing about myself. I just knew I was tired of the shit I was doing. I think I've built a pretty good sense of who I am, sense of self. I'm pretty confident. I mean, I failed my GED pre-testing again in math, and it ruined my moment. I had a bad moment. I had a bad day over it. So I'm becoming more confident. I think I'm worth anything I want to do in life now, and that's definitely a change. I think, for me personally, if I don't have a good sense of who I am first before I build a life that I never want to go back to using again, then I probably will. If I don't know who I am inside, what makes me tick, I could destroy it pretty quick, I imagine. So I think Mitchell said it. This place has gave me the time to just sit and think about, be honest with myself of who I am, who I want to be. You know, when I pass away, I don't want people to talk about the bad things. I don't want to remember none of that crap. I just want to remember the things that I've done from now till then. I'm sure there's going to be people that remind me of that crap. Just want to be a good grandpa, good dad, just a good human being, man. And for me, I can't honestly say that I've ever been much of any of those. I mean, I'm a good grandpa. This subject is a tough one, and I think what he's talking about, the leaving here, I obviously can't speak on that still here, but I've heard it said a lot of times around here, like if you're overconfident going into that, you might want to look at it again, because if there's not a little bit of fear leaving here, you're probably not ready. I mean, there's enough examples around here, people that have left.
See if she can ramble for another 15.
All right, so I think with building everything, it also goes along with the future goals to be independent myself later on. That's a big thing for me, not to, like you said, have influence of what's going on. I want to, like right now, in group, we're working on confidence and with oneself, and that goes along with a bunch of steps. But one of them is keeping promises to myself, and another one is being consistent. I think that's a big thing, and day in and day out, that if I'm going to build a trust with myself, that I am consistent, and that I will make the right choices step by step, and keeping those boundaries, those internal boundaries with myself. And sorry, I am rambling right now, but I really think that's important. And somebody else also said is having that self-awareness and self-reflection on myself, how I'm showing up for myself, how I show up to other people, because I think we work together, not just here, everywhere. I think that's really important. And how I feel about myself, if how I would treat someone else, I also want to treat myself that way. I think that's really important. That I when things get tough, that I don't beat myself up about it. That when I do things, I go ahead and do them scared. If I mess it up, that's, I think, the part of finding that new things and doing new things, and that I am capable, that I am truly capable. I think part of it is messing up and being okay with it, and then still doing it. And I also think that it's important for me, I don't know if I said this already, to be proud of myself. I think that's a big thing, because if if I'm having compassion for myself, I also want to cheer myself on. I feel like I can do that for other people. I need to be okay with like accepting like, hey, I did this, even if it's the little things stack on top of each other. I messed my life up little by little. And so I want to build it back up, like you say, that foundation little by little. And I think being proud is a big thing. I also have goals that I want to work towards, and I also would like to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So when those hardships come, that I don't stay stuck. I can find my way and work through it, and being independent with my own influences. I think here at Racing for Recovery, they didn't tell me what to do, but I think they have provided guidance in the right way to, or the things, a great way of living and how to cope with things that are difficult. If I could just kind of touch on your question, I think that it's going to be to oneself when you know. But the biggest thing I think is building all of those things, and like another one said, is having safety, that you're going to keep yourself safe, that you're healthy, that you're happy, and that will be continuance even though things are difficult. Because I believe with myself, there are still things that I haven't even scratched the surface with that I will be continuing to do years later. But I believe I have made a lot of great progress being here, and I still think I have time to go. But I think it's very important that stay with like-minded people. I'm rambling. I think that's enough.
Comfortable being uncomfortable up here?
Another 9 minutes.
Really?
Now you made me forget what I was gonna say.
Well, I asked her if she's gonna do names tonight, and she was just like, no. And I'm like, oh, you got 3 hours to think about it.
Yeah. That was really good.
Thank you.
Oh, me?
What up, Trailblazer?
Alright, I'll talk. I'll talk, yeah.
Yeah.
Got in my eyes.
Should've looked away.
What do I think about this? I think I agree with old No Name over there about the time. I think that I've been around here for like 17 months, and I feel like for the first time in my life, I've had enough time to think about the rest of my time I have left, maybe, I don't know, and how I want to feel doing it. I don't know. I mean, I guess. Well, I'm trying to make sure I don't say anything. I think that spending time on how I feel and how I'm feeling about the things I'm doing has benefited me to where I can now focus on some other things. Like all the other times when I tried this, I tried to do the financial stuff before this. Like I've always just wanted my license back and wanted a car and wanted, you know what I mean? And I always got those things, but I never focused on like how I actually feel. Or I was never actually like, actually doing things like comfort zone, like out of that I actually wanted to do. So it was kind of like this repetitive, like, oh, Blaze did something stupid, and oh, he's back in treatment. Oh, he left treatment after 3 months. Oh, he's got a car and a job again. Look at him, he's doing fine. Oh, restart, back to jail, back to the, you know, I mean, never just did this. So it's like, so having the time, I feel like, I feel different now. And, kind of going with this question, I mean, I'm still around here, you know, but I feel that like one of those things that happens for people when they're leaving, or it's not even really about just leaving though. It's about just like going forward with the next moves that you're making for yourself. And that could be like taking on a full-time job or going back to school and having a full-time. It just doesn't matter what it is. But like, fuck, I just lost it. It's the behaviors for me. So that's what I'm trying to say. I think that whatever the next move for somebody like us is, it doesn't have to be like a feeling like I know for sure, like I'm ready to do whatever. It's more about, for me, my own personal opinion, it's more about behaviors. What I mean is like, like so the other day I went to a gas station right on lunch, and I didn't have any plastic silverware to eat my lunch with. I literally bought an 89-cent coffee right at the gas station that I didn't need nor want, because they had plastic silverware in there, and I didn't feel like I should just take one. That is so stupid and so simple and so small, but there's no, all the other past versions of me would be laughing at me, pointing fingers like you, pussy, you know, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, it's I know it's like a really bad example, but it's like, those are the behaviors, the behavior changes. If I'm willing to do that out of the spirit or the whatever, I feel like it's integrity, kind of. If I'm willing to do something that small for integrity, what else could I do with that, you know? And I feel like that's kind of, I don't know if that shed any light on that at all, but that's what it is for me. I kind of feel like, you know, if you're willing to do that, you're probably also willing to, I don't know, pay your rent on time, go to work, communicate, call off when you're sick, take care of your kids, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So, time. I feel like time has given me a lot of opportunity to think about those things that I value and how I want to feel. Yeah. I'm going there. Full circle. I brought it back.
I like that. I went to a concert with another peer, and we were at a food truck, and she realized that she had already ate. It had been like 20 minutes went by. She realized they didn't charge her card.
Yeah.
She just went up there and paid for it. I was like, she was like, you know, that's change. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, I get what you.
For sure. It's a real thing. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great, Blaze. I can totally relate to that. The integrity piece, even if it's just the little things. That's awesome. I do have some online comments. One's from Snoopy, checking it online. You gotta want to be better for yourself, she said. I believe that is true. That's totally true.
Snoopy.
Yeah, Snoopy. Another one is from Brian T. Online says, JJ, very proud of you, man. And Danielle, love to see you up there. Thank you. And Jason, I think it's Cuzzo.
Okay.
Glad you're watching, Brian. Miss you, man.
Yeah.
Brian.
A lot.
It's Snoop. Hi, Snoop.
Snoopy.
Everybody else.
It's a really good meeting.
Yeah.
Right. We got that.
I will in a second. Just give me time. I've listened to you talk a lot. Kind of like me, you've taken the time limits off everything. Of being here, of getting this.
I think it's important.
I do too. I think that's one of the most important things.
And I've been here the least of all of y'all. And I'm starting to see if y'all getting results, can't be half bad, bro.
No,
See, I look at results. And the more I hear y'all talk, the more I hear y'all say, just hang in there. Just hang in there.
I think it's awesome.
That's the main thing y'all telling me, hang in there, bro.
I think it's awesome for the amount of time you've been here that you're taking that time limit off of things, seeing it that way, because it took me a lot longer than that to see that. But I think, continue on with building.
It ain't easy, bro.
Yeah.
Trust me.
But we stay here and continue building that foundation, building whatever else it is, the house we want or whatever it is, and getting all the right stuff put into it, and it's time to go. I think we'll actually know that then, and we'll be comfortable with that decision.
Let me tell you something, JJ. There's plenty times when I'm at work, man, and I say, I'm missing something. I don't know where that came from. I never had that before, Yeah. When you feeling something and you getting something new, this is all new to me. I feel something in me. I can't describe it now. Maybe later on. but some is missing when I don't be here. And it's not like the hour, it's not like I'm mandatory, because you know it's not mandatory, but I'm getting something that's growing inside me, that's making me feel. That's why I got here. I was like, man, I got a bike about to break down. I'm to leave the bike, and I'm still gonna make the meeting because I want to get that. Every time I come here, I get that. I can't explain it, but I get that.
I can't explain it either, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, makes you feel good though. Okay, all right.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother. And Danielle.
We'll close with the autobiography, and that's with Micah. Thank you.
Comes autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. 1, I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I am lost, I am hopeless. It isn't my fault, it takes forever to find a way out. 2, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it, I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place, but it isn't my fault, it takes a long time to get out. 3, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it is there. I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault, I get out immediately. 4, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. 5, I walk down another street.